Today's video is sponsored by KiwiCo.
In today's video, we're revisiting our long-term tumbler effects using some slightly upgraded equipment. You guys may remember we took a vibrating abrasive machine and we ran it for a week full of stuff. How'd that turn out?
Well, there's what's left.
So this used to have something attached to it.
And what we had inside it, like the polishing grit, like the material that we used was very interesting. It wasn't made for things as rough as what we had.
We probably had it overloaded with an entire empty soda can in there. Like that never really seemed to rotate or spin well.
I put like 17 of these in there.
Overall,
camera, so.
It shook itself to pieces in a number of different ways. So we have upgraded. Now, some of you may be dismayed to know that this is still from Harbor Freight. Our first one was from Harbor Freight. Plenty of comments about that. I'm very aware. No one goes there because they are trying to get the very highest quality stuff. They're getting stuff that they think will work and is cheaper. So this is a rock tumbler. It's designed to just run and run for days or even weeks on end. Here's the basic idea. We've got an upgraded, higher quality tumbler that's actually designed to run for long periods of time at once. We're going to load up the 2 tumbler barrels with a few different things and some polishing grit to see what happens to them. These are some rubber barrels that fit just on the roller here, and it just goes. That's the whole purpose. That's all the machine does. So we got this version specifically because it has 2 barrels on it that run at the same time, and we're going to fill them with different things. We had one comment from Corey Serridge who said, fill a tumbler with nothing but coins, no abrasives, just coins.
I love that.
All right, now Callie is busy trying to eat all of our remaining candy sticks.
I can do it, guys.
This isn't even all of them, there's more.
I can do it.
Several pounds. One of the containers, they said pennies, not even any abrasive, so we're gonna do a whole lot of pennies. I've got $10 worth of pennies right here. For those of you who are not American, a penny is our lowest currently in use currency. It's 1 cent, 1/100th of a dollar. Right now they're made out of zinc with a very thin copper coating on the outside of them. It costs more than 1 penny to make 1 penny. So the government actually loses money every penny they make. And you know, there are some places, I believe Australia, for example, got rid of their 1 cent coin for the same reason.
Just like, this is wasting metal. We're wasting metal.
Yeah, so they just round to the nearest 5 cents for everything. It is illegal to destroy pennies if you are doing so with the goal of reclaiming their metal value from them.
Saying you just wanted the copper out of this.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that.
Yeah, that's not allowed.
This is basically a tire. Kind of what we're looking at here. Just a very, very heavy rubber construction. This seals into this lip. And then this metal piece goes over the top of the canister, and the whole thing is sealed up.
This is a rock tumbler. It is designed for, you put rocks in it and then you put the different stages of grit to polish them. And if you do it right over the course of, it takes 4 to 5 weeks with rocks to really get them up to their full shine. Copper is softer than a lot of rocks. It just wears them down in finer and finer amounts, and then you get shiny rocks. Actually, I want to put some pennies in the other one too,
sure.
Just because this one is going to have some abrasive in it.
Yep. We are going to try with the actual abrasive we're supposed to use. So you were saying you wanted to use probably coarse grit, fine grit.
Just those.
Yes.
A little bit of the coarse, a little bit of the fine grit, and just let that all.
This looks what I put on my face.
Probably don't. So we've got some more candy sticks. We have a key. This is actually the same key that we tumbled last time, and last time it just got very slightly smooth, and I want to see if we can take down those teeth a little bit more. We have 3 seashells because we're kind of curious to see if they'll get ground up into sand or something similar. So if there's sand-like texture that isn't clearly candy sticks when we're done, that'll be fun. We've got glass again because we want to see if it turns into more of that sea glass effect. We did do a good job of taking off the sharp edges last time.
Yeah, it was safe to hold, but that was about it.
All right, that seems like a good amount of stuff. So yeah, let's do
about half and half.
About half the bag of the coarse. We'll do half the bag of the fine. So we've got these 2 rollers in here. This one actually just spins freely, and this one here is attached to the motor. So if I turn it on, you can see this one spins. It's got a piece of rubber tube that makes good contact with our rubber barrels. And then when the barrel is on there, it just spins for days. All right, our Tumblematic 5000 is running. We're actually going to not leave it here in the workshop. We're gonna go take it and put it in a a little shed on the side of the house.
As much as you guys would love to hear that in the next 18 videos just running in the background.
Let's come back in a week and see what we've got. The Tumbler has been running for a few days now, and while we wait for the rest of it to keep turning, we've got something really cool to show you. A couple of weeks ago, we got this subscription kit in the mail from a company called KiwiCo.
KiwiCo has created a variety of STEAM, science, technology, engineering, art, and math projects that get sent to your house every single month. KiwiCo offers boxes for a variety of ages ranging from 0 to 16 plus, so while it can be a fun project for you, it can also be a great gift for a sibling, a child, or a grandchild.
So to get a good idea of how cool these kits are, we've got our friends Hannah and Heather here in the studio, and they're going to join us to see if we like these things.
So we've got Hannah and Heather with us today, and they're going to help us set up some KiwiCo boxes. Now, I've seen these in the studio, but I haven't actually played with them yet. Should we find out what they are?
This one says paper airplane launcher.
I bet it's a paper airplane launcher. Soap dispenser. We're gonna build a soap dispenser. Hey, do you guys want to race?
Yeah.
Okay, we're racing. We're racing.
We struck the cameraman, always our goal.
What? Good to go?
I think so.
All right, here you go.
Okay, okay.
That is some glippy gloppy soap.
Yay!
Yay! My hand's covered in soap.
Success.
Whee! We did it. High five. That was awesome.
All right, what did you think of the KiwiCo kits?
You guys did beat us fair and square by like 5 minutes.
But look how cool ours looks.
It's true. We made an entire soap dispenser.
Is it awesome?
It's
Yeah, I really
fun.
liked it. It was also relatively easy to make.
So it's fun. It does teach you some stuff, but also I never felt like we were too overwhelmed by
Yeah.
it. So it was very fun.
And the
race was
instructions
fun.
were really easy to follow.
Awesome, so if you would like to get your very own KiwiCo subscription box, go to kiwico.com/TKOR. And those who sign up with our link will actually be able to get their first box for free. So click the link down in the description and get started today. It's been a week. Our Tumbler has been running nonstop, and I just want to point out, it's still intact. It hasn't shaken itself to pieces.
Weird. I guess this
Although-
is what a Tumbler's supposed to do.
Although, look at this over here.
What's happened?
So there's these little tabs that are supposed to keep it centered.
Oh no.
It's worn itself down
Sure enough.
to the point where like it has a flat edge right there.
Nice.
Probably worn into the metal of the barrel a little bit too, but not bad. It's pretty superficial. Oh yeah, there's copper dust around the edge of this. So I opened it after one day, and we can look at the footage of after one day. I think it's
They
gone
went
too
down.
far. These were shiny when I opened them after one day.
Dang it.
And now maybe they started to wear into the rubber itself.
It looked, yeah,
Too
now they're
much?
coated in like a black, because they were so pretty, guys.
So the main things that we're seeing, there's loss of detail. There's some curl where the edges of the coin actually started to get wrapped over. And in some cases where it was doing that, I think it wore right through the copper. I think you can see the zinc. And then at the right angle, they have this weird like purple reflective color to them. This right here that we're looking at is a 2017 penny in its normal condition. This has not been tumbled. And you can see there's quite a bit of detail. Lincoln's got an eye, he's got texture in his hair and in his beard. And you can make out the letters pretty cleanly. That nice crisp edge all the way around the penny. But then we go over to another 2017 penny, the one that's been in the tumbler for a week. There's 2017 looking a bit more worn. There's Lincoln. He has like a smooth, glossy beard, not much texture in his hair. And look at what has happened to the letters here. You can't even see them because the edge of the copper actually started to get rolled over. What else we got here?
Pile of mess. First, let's just address the candy.
Something about the candy seemed to make the abrasive stick to it.
Probably sugar.
Probably the sugar content, and it's disgusting. I'm amazed that they survived at all.
I know.
thought there was just gonna be powder, nothing left. It would just be evenly mixed into the abrasive. We definitely did not have them disappear entirely. We've
Yeah.
got these weird lumps of built up abrasive stuck to them.
The glass, that piece that you're holding is probably my favorite out of this whole batch. It's like a sliver.
The surface is very smoothed off. I remember the last time in the old tumbler, we took off all of the really sharp edges, but we didn't really smooth the glass down. This time we have smoothed the glass down.
This looks like something you would find at the beach.
Yeah.
I am
It's
so curious to see the texture of this on the microscope.
covered in micro pitting all over.
The key. has the coolest finish I've ever seen on a key
It
now.
looks sandblasted. It's basically indistinguishable from sandblasting, except that it didn't really happen down in the grooves. And when you pulled it out, it had a lot of the same buildup in it.
It did. So those sections are still pretty shiny.
Yeah.
All right, so I didn't put the seashells in the tumbler that I remember, and Nate says that he remembered this when it was going in. I didn't. The inside of the shell is gold, and I just thought that was cool. But also, this section here that was already sort of chipped has been worn away, and you can just see that pretty abalone color.
They used to have very glossy finishes, a lot more color on the outside. That's gone from these two, and then this rougher one had sort of like almost a spiky texture, and that has been smoothed down considerably. Okay, most surprising thing to me is that curled edge.
Yes,
Covering
on the pennies.
letters on the pennies. I did not see that coming. And we also have the footage of after one day when I opened it, you could see the entire barrel was just copper coated and shiny, as was the
That
inside
was
of the
my
lid.
favorite. Because we let it run so long, it did wear down a little bit longer. I don't think that after one day they would have had that curled edge, which is awesome. But when he just opened it up and it looked like everything was just coated in copper, that was amazing.
And that strange purple hue had already started to show up even after just one day.
That's pretty cool.
And then, yeah, as the time went on, I think we just kept wearing the pennies down more and shrinking them a little bit with that curl. Like
Smooshing 'em.
there's about a 1 millimeter difference in height between a regular penny and a penny that was in the tumbler.
Well, guys, our tumbler survived. It survived very, very well. What else do you want to see us do with it?
Thanks again to our sponsor, KiwiCo. Click the link down in the description or go to kiwico.com/TKOR. Sign up today and get your very first subscription box for free. Guys, that's not all. We've always got more for you to see. That box up at the top will take you directly to our last video. You should go check that out, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.